All right, so last time I reacted to this game, it was the reveal trailer. Now we get to see. Wait, what did it say? Who are Nate, Neo, and Yasuki? I'm pretty sure I said that wrong. They'll say it here. Um, Hopefully, too, we get even a little bit of gameplay. This trailer is about almost 5 minutes, so maybe we'll get a little gameplay here. I won't be surprised if they don't because they just had the reveal trailer. But we get to see more about these characters as well. So let's go ahead and get right into it. In the other reaction I had of this game, I explained what I would like to see. So you can check it out in that video. I'm interested in seeing, though, the history of these characters.
With our dual protagonists, we have two fantasies, the samurai and the shinobi. We want the player to experience both, and we cannot squeeze both fantasies into one character because samurai and shinobi came from a different social class. They have different lives, so we cannot really mix them together.
The historical character.
Wait, so does that mean they're having their own? You have to play the game twice to get each story and ending?
The samurai and the shinobi. We want the player to experience both, and we cannot squeeze both fantasies into one character because samurai and shinobi came from a different social class. They have different lives, so we cannot really mix them together.
They want you to experience both. So that means, like I said in the other reaction, I'm assuming that's going to mean you could play the whole game with the one character and get her version of the story. Then you play his and get his whole version. I really hope that would be cool. It's basically 2 full games in one. I really hope that's the case.
Character of Yasuke
if I understood what he meant.
Really exciting opportunity for the narrative team. We approached it in the same way that so much of the work is done in Assassin's Creed, which is really in terms of research and history first. Not a lot is known about him, but what we did know, or we do know, is that he arrived in Japan in 1579, right when our game starts. And that he had relationships with some of the most interesting people in our setting, like Oda Nobunaga, the Portuguese, and Jesuits, which made it very sort of tantalizing and enticing from a narrative perspective to come in and start weaving these facts with story in between.
The more we read about the character, the more he was inspiring for us. He's a foreigner discovering Japan, and we thought it's the perfect fit because he's discovering Japan and you are discovering Japan also.
Which I'm gonna love that, just the discovery of the area.
Who comes from the province of Iga, which is a remote mountainous area, fiercely independent, known as the birthplace of shinobi. So they're very contrasting perspectives that really expose a lot of different sides and facets of the era.
When Oda came, he completely destroyed Iga. You have Yasuke and Oda that coming to destroy the shinobi. So it can kind of create this interesting tension between two characters.
We were able to connect her to the province of Iga and the legendary Igan shinobi historical figure, Fujibayashi Nagato, who's her father in the game. So we understand why she has the skills that she has and the values that she learns from her father in the people of Iga, which are valor, benevolence, and wisdom. And as a young person still at the start of the game, we get to see now we acquire even more of that wisdom as the story unfolds.
And if you ask anybody, it's super clear that samurai will be combat heavy and a shinobi will be stealth heavy. It creates this distinction right away. Yasuke can fight with all his advantage, his stature, like he's a big guy, he can break door, he can fight multiple enemies, he can break armor. Compared to Naoe, like her character and their outfit, it's really about being stealth, being unseen. She's the only one with the hidden blade, so they have clear advantage that put them into the stealth and the combat.
You know, it's probably going to answer my question of the other video when I was saying I hope they're stealthy, which of course that's Creed, but not to the point where you can't go into combat without being severely punished. I believe this is a way they're doing this in a way where it pleases both the fan base. Because there's 2 different fan bases here when it comes to Assassin's Creed. Some want all stealth, in the shadows, that's it. And there's some that want choices. I can be stealthy if I want, or I can go in the middle of the battlefield and start dominating. And those have always been conflicted with the Assassin's Creed fan base. And I think from just hearing him say that, they'll give you 2 different ways to play. If you want all stealth, play as her. If you want a choice to be, loud or not, play as him. Cause yeah, and I could tell that in the trailer when I saw that last time. You could tell he was in the middle of it with the whole, like how they just showed the weapon. But in the same time, she was in the middle of fighting as well. So I don't know though. I'm thinking according to what he's saying there, they're trying to please both fan bases. Because I know that was one of the things they deal with a lot. They, if you go too stealthy, there's the other side of the fan base. It's like, I want to be in the middle of the combat like Odyssey or Valhalla and stuff like that. And then there's some where they get that kind of feel of gameplay. They're like, no, I want the classic old days in the shadows, take them, stab them, and, stuff like that. So they have to deal with both sides. So I'm guessing, just how he's talking, depending on who you choose, depending on which it's going to depend on how you want to go about the game. I could be wrong, but it's just how it sounds.
Even if we can do a bit of
and that's a good idea.
They're a really great pair together because on one side we have Naue, who's very intense and passionate and determined woman who is very set on her goals. She's kind of got her heart on her sleeve and she'll say what she feels in the heat of the moment. And this intensity that she brings as a shinobi, but that she also brings to her relationship. And this balances very well with Yasuke, who is sort of a thoughtful, level head to Naue's fiery passion. We really thought about somebody like Yasuke historically who was able to come to Japan and have the life that he did there, to enter service for Oda Nobunaga and achieve all of the things that he did. Like, what kind of person would go through all of this? So our Yasuke is very intelligent, thoughtful, and respectful of this culture that he encounters. And that makes him a very nice sort of counterpart to Naue. He's a bit mysterious as well, and that's something we get to see unfold as the game progresses.
I am looking forward to seeing their relationship with each other, the two characters. Well, I'm very happy it's coming out this year. I said in the last video that I thought New Assassin's Creed was coming out next year, but it's coming out this year at the end, but still, I'm down for it. Like I already said in the other video, I'm a huge Assassin's Creed fan. I was disappointed with Mirage, but this one looks really, really good. I talked for a minute on that other reaction. You can see there, I broke down my feelings toward other Assassin's Creed in general and the game and what I'm looking forward to and all that stuff. So you can check on that video. But thank y'all so much for tuning in. I wanted to see know a little bit more of these characters. I'm not surprised they didn't show gameplay. I'm not surprised. I mean, the trailer just came out, the reveal trailer. So if they did show gameplay, I would have been surprised. Happy, but I would have been surprised as well. So yeah, this really seems like they're trying to please both fan bases. They're trying to please the ones who want to have a choice to do what they want to do without being punished, and then they want to please the ones who don't want to have a choice. They have to be stealth or it's game over. I don't know. I could be wrong. I look forward to seeing gameplay. So if this comes out in November, I'm pretty sure sometime in the summer, like in June, July, end of June, beginning of July, or during the Comic-Con time, they're going to have something of information when it comes to gameplay, like a trailer, breakdown, all that stuff. One thing Ubisoft is really good is breaking down things before the game comes out at a nice period of time. So I'm pretty sure it's coming out soon. But thank y'all so much for tuning in. Let me know how you feel about it. And actually, I'm curious. Yeah, never mind. People in the comments are just either trashing Ubisoft or saying, don't screw it up. So you got to be careful with the comments. I mean, Ubisoft hasn't had really the best name lately, especially with that quadruple A nonsense. I heard about that. That was crazy. And then for the Bones game to come out the way it did, it was like, come on now. So Ubisoft they do have a lot of rebuilding their trust with the fans, and I can admit that, but I'm not going to join the hate train either. I'm staying away from a lot of things, let me put it that way. I'm looking forward to Assassin's Creed, and that's kind of it right now, and we'll see. Oh, I'm looking forward to X-Defiant. That's coming out too. But as much as I love Ubisoft, they really have messed up a lot of their trust with their fans due to some of the things they've been saying and doing lately. So hopefully, I'm hoping the best that they rebuild that relationship. But anyway, yeah, thank y'all so much for tuning in. I'll check you later.